let me ask you this, what kind of systems, what kind of advice that you can give, or what kind of systems do you have in place to detect theft, or just to just overall direction of what your business to go in a positive manner? What kind of good advice that you can kind of kind of let us know that you do within your business?
Well, there again, it's about leadership. The CEO may be great, but it's the people that's working with the CEO. It's your supervisor, it's your general manager, and we all know just how difficult that might can be in finding that particular right person. So you have one store that could be a great store and is a great store, and it's the same corporation that might have one store that's giving you a very difficult time, and you're trying to get it fixed, and you're trying to get it fixed, and you're trying to get it fixed. And it might be so that you just continue trying to get that store fixed forever. So I would just say that it is the grace of God that you lean on the people that's operating in the most positive way and try and get them as involved in the units that are not necessarily. But I do find that the closer that you live to the operation, I have found that those units tend to operate a little better, maybe because the hands-on approach is a little bit more versus relying on. I mean, it's almost like this theory. You've got a company, and when you got 10 people, everybody works together and everybody know each other very well, or either the family members or they've got some kind of tie. And that particular company runs like a machine when it's got 10 people. But we think we get a little smarter, and now we add 20 more people to that team, and now it's 30 people on that team. And the team doesn't tend to operate at the same level that it operated in a real positive fashion when it was just 10 of us. Now it's 30 of us. Well, the 30 of us is really being managed by the 30 of us, and it's not being managed by me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the chairman.
Mm-hmm.
What I said and did carried a lot of weight when I had 10 people, but I can't communicate it to the 30. I'm having a difficult time doing that. That has been my findings.
That's great findings. If you can, without saying any names, if you can give, this is a safe space where you can express yourself about anything you want to without putting you on the spot. I mean, what advice would you tell your franchisor right now? What kind of changes would you ask for, or what would you do within the system to make a change?
Their communication with franchisees needs to vastly improve. That would be if they just took that one-liner and went to work seriously on that. I think that could change the relationship with a lot of franchisees.
So you think it's a good idea? Because a lot of franchisors, they have what you call a franchise adversary board that you own.
Yes.
Those boards, and you can elaborate on. I think those boards are good to a certain extent, but it benefits the franchisor and not franchisee community as a whole. So you think,
Well, I can speak on one of the ones that I own,
okay.
and I think openly, there's a statement made and read from the beginning that this is an advisory board. This is not a board that you go out and you talk to franchisees about things. This is not that type of board. They make those decisions, that particular franchising company. So if you're talking about a true open dialogue board, that would be great. But I've never been a part of a true open dialogue board, other than when I was with McDonald's Corporation. The McDonald's, our representatives at McDonald's, they had a seat at the table. And McDonald's were, for the most part, urgent.
So you think for a franchising system, they need to have a group of franchisees that they communicate with, they listen to, that can advise them as well, instead of them being a dictator of saying, okay, we're gonna do it, and this is what we're gonna do. So you think what you think of the importance of having some kind of board or having some kind of franchisee, some kind of board consisting of franchisees to give advice to the franchise? You think that'll be a way to mend the relationship, to make sure communication is freely, openly, and transparent? Because at the end of the day, you know, you're part of the system, but you want to be heard. If you're not being heard, that the morale of the system is derailed, if you will. Think.
Well, as you get to be a veteran, if you're not being heard, then you don't have a choice but to do whatever it is that you think your option is.
Right.
And that's what you have to do. You know, as a business person, you're not a young kid that you were 20, 30 years ago that somebody can tell you, hey, this is the way it's going to happen. And you think, and we all know that that's the outcome. In today's society, it just doesn't work that way anymore. And, you know, things end up letting other people get it settled.
Mr. Thompson, it's been a fun ride with you, sir. And this the first, like I said, this the first show that we had, and we're gonna have plenty more. We want to invite you back again, because at the end of the day, I think, you know, we touched on a lot of things, vast things that all should know about. You know, let me ask you this. Let me, before we end, let me ask you about, you know, you got a bag of plan, your real estate business. So that's really good to have. Not only you know, you're an entrepreneur, but you got your real estate license. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
I've been very, very, you know, for over the last 10 years or greater, I've been very active in that business, and I like that business. And we continue to do transactions every year in that business. And it's a fun business. I enjoy the business, and the development business as a part of that. It's very exciting and very gratifying as a business person.
Right. Okay. Anything else you think you can add, Mr. T? I mean, this is incredible. I know I've learned a lot just from talking to you, and, you know, the friendship over the years that we shared together, and it's been genuine. We trying to, we know how to get there, but we trying to have the steps to get there, right? But that's why I feel that's why you back to a franchising system, because they make the mistakes, right? It's up to us to follow the system. But when we follow the system and can't get the results, that equates to problems, right?
That's right. That's right.
So I think that, you know, you touched on a lot of things today, and we talked about, and, you know, I appreciate it. I think everybody who's going to be looking at this going to appreciate it vastly, because you know, we didn't know. I mean, some things you said I didn't know. Some things that they going to hear, they probably didn't know, you know? So
take some from it.
Yeah, they're going to definitely take some from it. And so what, let me ask you this. What's the next 5 years where you see yourself, Mr. Thompson?
Enjoying what I do. That is critical. You know, I'm at a point now that, you know, I can, you know, I have the opportunity, I have the choice at this stage in my career to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do it. And that's the way I'm going to end up the rest of my career. So I look forward to whatever's left that God has for me.
Amen. Mr. Thompson, thank you so much for your time, sir. And you have a blessed 4th of July. And don't eat too much now, Mr. Thompson.
Thank you so much.
Love you, sir. All right, thank you. All right, bye-bye.